Hello and welcome to 30 frames a second. That's right, you figured it out. It's Takeover Tuesday, and don't you go anywhere because we actually need your input. We'll be having live phone calls later, and boy, do we have a treat for you. I mean, a physical one for us and a literal one for you. Welcome to 30 frames a second. Hit it, Nat.
Do this for my granny Elma. I used to help her feed the homeless and people from the shelter. When I think about it, my heart melts up. I miss it. This was a huge motivating factor in starting my business. With that being said, in my field there is no competition. Other people are selling what I'm selling, but their hearts ain't in it. They copy me and they copy us. It feels like they're mocking us. I did this without a partner's love. They went and had to partner up. In God we trust. I'm not worried. They'll never be as smart as us. They just want the fame, not really to accomplish much. I have the freshest products, yup, and all of our cooking is done by Mama Love. There's levels to this, so come by and we'll show you exactly how Elma's does. Peace and love.
Today is Takeover Tuesday, and for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we, the women who run Nat's Control Room, are taking over today. Please stay tuned and stay with us. You'll love what we're doing today. I'd like to introduce myself because I always forget to. My name is Lou Sierra. I am a choreographer and life coach, and I have the pleasure of being joined today by Miss Neray Wells. She is our young one, as we call it, on the panel. And I'm going to say she's mature for her age, but she gives us that young input. She's a contemporary reseller and a host of her own place, Thrift and Chicks.
Yes,
I always want to say Chics. I always want to say Chics. It's a vintage podcast.
Yes.
Absolutely. And next to her, this woman should need no intro. This is Miss Veronica Kitt from the VK Report. She's also the co-founder of the People's Film Festival, which I am so excited about. I'm telling you, in January, I start thinking about the film festival. She's also a director, an editor, and just, I'm proud to say, a friend. Welcome, Veronica.
Thank you.
Great. Now, we do have a guest today, but he is so awesomely busy that he'll be joining us very soon. So before he comes, I don't want to give too much away. How are things going in this new year, 2020? First of all, can you believe
it's 2020?
It's 2020.
Already, yes. Happy New Year, everybody.
Right,
Yes.
right. Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah, Happy New Year.
Did you do any of that silly making a promise this year, something you're going to do?
Nope.
No resolutions, just Some planning, but not really resolutions.
And what kind of planning?
For just how I could better my health and to grow my business.
All right. So just better yourself overall.
Yes.
That's always a great plan.
Always.
And then nowadays, that is really not something easy to do.
Yes,
Especially in the climate of New York, I like to say. Well, one of those things we said we do better for ourselves is eat healthier, right or wrong?
Yes.
Are you doing anything to take those steps, Veronica? Anything special? Or
Actually, I have, but you know, this is the season of illness, flu.
Yes.
Flu season.
Yes.
Oh my God, I've been battling this cold and trying to kick it, and then it's so frightening in a sense because you hear on the news this person thought they were okay, and next you know I'm like, oh my goodness. So it really has a lot to do with how you eat. Like, because one of the things while you're sick, you don't want to eat.
No.
But now as you move beyond that, it's like, okay, I cannot get sick again. I cannot have this flu. I don't want it. What do I do? So
I think there's an
questions-
epidemic, though, Veronica.
It has to be,
No,
right?
my aunt sent me papers when I was at Miss Universe in Atlanta, the televised day. I couldn't make it to the end of the show, that it was so bad. I had the fever, I had the nausea, the vomiting, the whole, I think it's a
Yes.
bug.
Yeah, there is a
It's a
bug
bug
It has to
going
be a
around,
bug.
and it's a strain
Oh,
that
yeah.
wants to fight back. It's not taking
Yeah, I believe
hostages.
the report said it was a rare strain that's going around, and I think more children have died this year because of this strain.
Isn't
Yes,
that
yes. So we
unfortunate?
have to be on top, and not just eating right, but it's really big on hand sanitizers and Lysol. I work with so many people. I'm constantly wiping down the door, you know, of my ladies' room and the front door of the house, and I'm constantly. And I don't want to insult people or anything, but I don't mind. I travel now with my own. Why are you laughing?
She's bringing it out.
Yes,
girl.
no, not the hand sanitizer, but I've gone one step beyond.
What?
Yes, yes.
got the mask.
Oh,
The
I don't
mask.
listen to me.
I should have
Yeah.
one
Listen
on.
to me. Being cute will kill you.
Hello.
Okay.
Especially at the airport
Okay.
traveling.
Yeah.
You do a lot
No,
of traveling.
the amount of
so-
travel, I keep a clean
Yeah.
one on me, and when someone is on the airplane constantly
It's that
coughing,
serious.
I'm
Yeah.
not trying to. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to insult you, but come on, I'm an
No.
old lady and I could
I
die.
don't need to get your.
There we
I mean, I
go.
think the funny thing is that
There
people
we
just-
go.
As we know all of this is going around, people forget to cover their mouths when they
I don't
cough.
know if they forget or
They
is
don't
it
care.
just yes, because we no longer should be doing this. Everyone in the free world, and I think some in non-free worlds, know that this is what we should be doing. This is what you should do. You should not be coughing, and wrap your mouth if you feel that way. And just, you know, when I was working in China and in Japan, that was a big deal. You saw people all the time with the mask, and they think nothing of it because it's always thinking of others. So let's just, you know, step up with those kind of things. Now, I do want to say, yes, eating properly, making sure you're taking your vitamins, because we all need vitamins. When I last went to the doctor, I realized that I was extremely low on vitamin D. And now that I've built up my vitamin D and my level of vitamin B, I have to say I'm extremely happy. I think maybe a little too happy. There are people in my church thinking it may be something other than that. It's about that time. I am happy to say that our guest was extremely busy, which, by the way, we would have it no other way. When you work for yourself, there is nothing better than saying you are extremely busy. We would like to welcome Jimmy to our set. Jimmy, welcome. Come over a little bit. I don't bite.
Thank you.
There we go. There we
How
go.
you doing?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And
you.
Jimmy is, can I say, the head chef?
Yes, head chef.
Can I say owner as well?
Yes, you can.
Of Elma's, am I
Yes.
saying it correct?
Yes,
in
ma'am.
Harlem.
Yep.
And if you haven't been there, we're going to give the address, but by the time we finish today, you're going to want to go to Elma's. That's for absolutely sure. Welcome,
Absolutely.
Jimmy's.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Jimmy's, yeah.
right?
Jimmy,
I'm
yes.
sorry about being late.
That's okay, you're a hustler.
I couldn't leave the shop to save my life.
No,
People
we
was
know.
running
He
in
probably
like
was
crazy.
preparing meals.
No, he was
Yeah.
count
right.
money, but that's all right. I'd have it no
It's all
other
the
way.
same.
I'd have it no
His
other way.
emails
All
and
the
say,
same,
hey,
right?
I got this food, and
Right,
people
right,
rush
Yeah.
to get that food.
How long has Elma's been open?
Elma's has been open for 3 years, growing on 4.
Okay.
I was over on the west side of Harlem for a year and a half on 116th in Manhattan, and now I'm on 115th and Park Avenue inside of La Marqueta, and I've been there for a year and a half as well.
Do you
so.
prefer that location?
It has its pros and its
Okay.
cons, just like the West Side did. I miss all the people from the neighborhood on the West Side and stuff like that.
May we ask, did you move for a reason?
Yeah. I didn't have the best landlord on the West, so things
Got
didn't
it.
really work out with her. But I did my due diligence and did my research and found this new location that I'm in now. And I've been in there since 2 Junes ago. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and it's working.
Now, I'm curious because when I did my research,
Right.
half the people called it Caribbean food
Right.
and half called it soul food. First of
Okay.
all, is there a difference? It tastes good and it's from our people.
Exactly.
Which would you categorize it?
I just say that I make a blend of soul food and West Indian food, because half of my family is from Trinidad and then the other half is from, New York and the South. So I have like the best of both worlds. So I just call my cuisine a mix of soul food and West Indian, Caribbean
So like a
food.
fusion.
Like a fusion,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, Veronica, have you
But it's all,
eaten?
have I? Yeah. But I think all the food is kind of fused in a sense. Aren't we pulling certain things traditionally from,
Yes, from our
our
cultures.
roots, from our cultures and stuff. But yes, I have. The salmon is amazing. And his juices. I see you
Thank
brought
you.
one here
Yes,
for us.
Yes, I brought you a little sample. This is a blueberry lemonade. I wish I could have brought you more, but I was like rushing like crazy
We
to get
know.
down here. But all of my drinks in store, my lemonades, my bottled up smoothies and everything like that, they're all freshly pressed and they're all made with alkaline water and raw sugar cane from
Wow,
Guyana.
Nere, can you open it up for us and do? And
Shake well.
rumor has it they're reasonably priced.
Yes, they're
As
reasonable.
opposed to some juice places
Yeah.
that are okay.
I mean, my small smoothies, I charge $6, and that's a 16-ounce smoothie.
Okay.
And then for a 24-ounce smoothie, I charge $8. And then for my lemonades, I sell those for $5 a bottle.
Oh,
But considering
this
what you're-
size?
That size.
Okay, I
But
can do that.
Considering what you're getting, people love them. People go crazy for them.
That's what
Yeah,
rumor has it. I hear
yeah.
the mango
The
has
mango.
real chunks of mango because I'm a mango
These
fiend.
have something in
this
it.
is this is a blueberry lemonade, so they have chunks
I
of
don't think you
blueberry
need-
in them.
That is
and
so good.
Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you.
Oh,
What are you
poured me
doing
one
to
too?
make it sweet? This
why
is
not?
so sweet.
It's
I
you,
need
you deserve
that.
a shot,
After
too.
running and sweating like a madman, yeah, I'll take that.
Is it a natural
deserve a
sweetener? Or
shot.
what is it?
So all of my drinks are made with alkaline water and raw sugar cane from Guyana. So the sweetener would be the raw sugar cane
Right.
from Guyana. Yep.
Okay, well,
So-
let's. You know what? We're going to allow you to do the toast.
Yeah.
Give us a
Okay.
toast.
Happy New
All
Year.
right, so I just want to toast to a happy 2020. Let's all have 2020 vision.
Yes.
And let's all not be isolated in our ideas, but come together and collaborate.
Jim,
and,
I like you.
Do some things together.
Yes,
Alright.
yes, thank
Yes.
you.
All right, chin,
All
chin,
right.
chin, chin,
Yes,
chin,
yes.
chin.
Salute.
Yes, this is awesome.
Okay.
That was
This is
really
so-
good.
Yeah, it is
Thank
so
you.
delicious.
Refreshing.
Thank
One
you
of the
so
things
much.
that we were talking about was the
Thank you.
fact that
Yeah, you keep
this
talking.
is the season in which we're so much illness, sickness,
Right.
the flu.
Right.
What do we do with regard? Because I know a lot of it has to do with what we're eating, what
Nutrition,
we're consuming, and
yes.
how. What can we do to kind of stave off that with our diet?
Okay, what I would say is you might want to start your day off with like a lemon and ginger shot just to keep your vitamin C up because the vitamin C in fruits and vegetables, they boost the immune system. So you just want to drink as many or intake as many fruits and vegetables with high vitamin C.
But real,
properties.
not going to a store buying
Nah,
something.
No concentrated.
Right,
nothing.
concentrate.
If you can, you want it freshly pressed.
Okay.
Get you some fresh lemons, get you some fresh ginger, and make you your shots like
Okay.
that. Another thing you can do is a lot of turmeric. I sell
been doing that a lot.
Yeah, I sell like a ginger turmeric lemonade.
Yes.
As
Ooh,
well
lemonade.
as well as a what else do I sell? A ginger turmeric sweet tea, lavender sweet tea.
Okay.
So both are good for the weather because you can either drink those cold or warm. So I tell people in the colder temperatures, if it's cold out, then warm them up, and it's like a really great drink to boost your immune system. So that's all we really want to do for this season.
And you mean turmeric?
Yes.
Okay, I love the way you
Turmeric,
pronounce
turmeric,
it. No,
yeah.
I just wanted to be sure.
Turmeric, yeah,
I know, and I
turmeric.
know turmeric. I just wanted to be sure for those because that's one of the things. Here, we are going to give you
Oh,
this.
thank you.
Go
Yeah.
right ahead, wipe up because
Thank
we know
you.
you were running, and we
Yes,
are just.
I was.
That's okay. I'm telling you, it's tough being the king. So we are just so happy to have you here. Now, I understand, and one day maybe, you know, I'm a little older. Okay, I'm a lot older. And
You
maybe
look
we'll
great.
have an oxtail runoff because you
Okay.
never had my oxtail. See,
Right.
Ray
Wait a
had it.
minute.
All right.
You know, I sear mine first.
Okay, yes, as you
Okay,
should,
then I
yep.
put them in there with onions and green pepper, you know, and garlic, and it's all about the roasting pan. I got the old roasting pans and the aluminum foil, you know, and then I make a deep mushroom
making
gravy
me hungry right
on top. Oh, and fresh tomatoes, because the tomatoes pop open with the.
You making
Don't
me
play with
hungry.
me.
Oh my God.
Don't play with
Playing with
me.
you.
But tell us,
No.
because I'm excited that I understand you also have vegan.
Yes.
What is vegan? I was out with a friend last night who ordered vegan, and they had a hard time putting something together for her.
Well, basically, it's just food and drinks that aren't no animal products are used in them. Basically,
Okay.
so basically just plant-based.
So cheese, not even cheese, because cheese comes
Nah,
from
it
cream,
it's
milk.
Yeah, but they do have vegan cheeses now. But
Yeah, goat
yeah,
cheese
goat
and-
cheese, yeah, and stuff like that. So they do have vegan cheeses, plant-based cheeses, but yeah, you want to stay away from like the
What
dairy
kind
and
of things do you have on your menu that a vegan person, or do you have anything?
Yeah, usually I have options for both. Like I do like a vegan Rasta Pasta.
I heard about the
Talk
Rasta
about Rasta Pasta, but let him
Right.
finish telling
Okay,
the
all
menu.
right, all right. We're moving too fast.
Yes,
Slow
we
your roll.
are.
Slow your roll. We're not going anywhere. We got him for at least 30 more minutes. Okay.
So for the vegans, I have like some Rasta Pasta that I don't use any dairy or any cheese in, and then I have a regular Rasta Pasta to where I use my cream and my cheese and stuff like that. So that's how I separate the two with that meal. A bunch of rice, a bunch of different vegetables, my steamed spinach, steamed broccoli, steamed string beans, maybe a little lemon pepper broccoli.
Wow.
So basically with that, I just try to like season up my vegetables, my rice, and stuff like that. For the
Now,
vegans.
that's not like kosher where it can't be cooked in the same pan or used with the same utensils. Vegan, it's not like that.
It's not like that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's not
All
like
right,
that.
okay.
No. As long as it's not touching anything that was
Okay.
made by an animal or whatever,
Okay.
like, then you're good. As long as it
Okay.
doesn't touch the fish, as long as it doesn't touch the chicken, touch the beef. I don't cook pork, but as long as it doesn't touch the pork, goat, you're good.
Okay, all right. And
so-
tell us about the Rasta Pasta.
Yes, tell us about Rasta Pasta.
So the Rasta Pasta is one of my signature meals. It's a crowd favorite. I pretty much sell it like every Wednesday because at my shop, I switch up the meal of the day.
That's another thing we
So,
heard,
yes,
that you
so-
go there and you love that the menu changes
Yeah,
up.
the menu changes daily. So yeah, usually Wednesdays I do the Rasta Pasta, and that's made with a couple of different peppers, some onions, some jerk seasoning, some barbecue sauce, some tomato sauce, a couple of different cheeses, some heavy cream.
Is it a pasta of your choice, or do you use one pasta?
I pretty much use a penny.
Penny?
Yeah, penny pasta for that, and yeah, that's the base of the Rasta Pasta, and people go crazy with it. I usually sell it with a fried sweet plantain, or I might grill up some pineapples, do some grilled pineapples, and
You can't see Nere's face close up, but I kid you not, I didn't see her this excited.
Yeah, I tasted it.
Yeah,
oh my God, and then
And what about meat with it, or
yeah,
fish?
so I might do like a barbecue jerk chicken with it.
Okay, because I'm a meat lover. I eat.
Yeah, so I might do like a barbecue jerk
Okay.
chicken with it, or maybe some shrimp. Or I have
Okay.
even done salmon with it on the side, like a nice pan-seared salmon. So it just really all depends on the day.
Okay, great. Question.
You have to talk about your background. Like, how did you get started and the name Elma's, because
Okay.
she mentioned.
I think it's your grandmother?
Yes.
There we go.
Thank you. You guys are wonderful. So Elma was named after my granny, my mother's mother. She was from Trinidad. She brought a large portion of her family here from Trinidad. And I used to help her with feeding the homeless at soup kitchens and stuff like that. So when she passed away a few years ago, I looked at my bank account. I said, oh, wow, I might be able to open up a shop. And I said, you know, the best way to carry on her legacy was to name my shop after her. So 4 years later, I'm still bringing people together through food and drinks. And I'm just hoping she's proud of what I'm doing down here, you know? So that's Elma's. And I got my start with this back in junior high school, pretty much. I had my first business there. I would sell cupcakes and brownies to the school, the staff, and the students.
Oh, wow.
And we had sort of like a mini mall in our school. So my principal would allow me to like skip certain classes and like take all of the lunch periods for the day and sell my stuff.
Wow.
So I guess he felt like that was going to be my
Wow,
thing
that's
one day.
amazing.
But you're so young. You're young.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sure.
Yeah.
And then here it is. You're cooking. Who taught you? Did Grandma? Taught?
Yeah, I picked up little things from Grandma. I picked up little things from my mother, Elma's daughter. And yeah, we was just like a tight-knit group of family growing up. So, you know, I helped the women a lot. So I was always in the kitchen with them. So I picked up a bunch from them, along with other lessons too. So, you know, Elma and my mother, man, they did a good job with me and stuff like that. You know, so I just picked up a lot from.
Because a lot of times you'll hear, oh, men don't cook or men can't cook, but when you have a man that can cook, you know? So we're looking at stereotypes, but yet here you are.
Right.
Passion?
I can say I like to create, and I like folks to appreciate what I created. On top of that, I think my passion is more so sales. Like I love to sell. You know, I could sell water to a well. You probably heard that.
I think that's what's
Sand to the
fascinating because
desert.
That's what
That's
you're
right.
principal
Absolutely.
for.
Fire to the
So
devil.
Sand to the
That's it,
desert.
that's
There
it.
you go. What were you in before? What line of business were you in before restaurant?
Well,
If it was illegal, you don't have to tell us, because you know we being watched by folks. So
I don't
this
really-
Nat show.
I don't
This
really,
Nat
I
show.
really don't mind that
Okay.
because it's like you never know where you might start in life, but you
Right.
should always know where you want to go. So yeah, I've had some years where I was doing things that I shouldn't have done. I saved some money from that, and while I was doing that, I ran into a brother that seen something in me. He was like, you know what? Would you like a sales job?
Wow.
And I said, sure, why not? So he gave me a job selling cable with Time Warner, and I did that for about 1.5 years. But while I was there, I was like the leading salesman in New York. So I was able to make
Bonuses.
yeah, over 6 figures and
Nice.
save most of that. So between the money that I saved, accumulated doing the wrong thing, and the money that I saved doing the right thing, I put that together and created Elma's. a few
There are
years
so
ago.
many street hustles that we say all the time that if people took that energy and thought about it, because that's all a politician
That's all
is,
it is.
a
Oh my
hustler.
God, right.
No, that's all. No, I'm not. That's all an actress is, a hustler,
Yeah.
because they got to work for themselves. No, that involves in so many occupations.
Absolutely.
When you can run a team. That's all it is, being the head gangster, is being in charge of the team. No, there are just so many things
Able to
that if you
delegate.
say, let me see, absolutely. So that's great. We often talk here about encouraging young people to know their passion.
Yes.
And first of
important.
all, we want to give a shout out to that principal who saw
Yes,
something
I
in
think
you
that's
and said
amazing.
that excites us
Thank you.
like nothing else.
Yes.
And what would you say to maybe a father out there who their son wants to cook, or their son, and that's not something a man should do, or something like that? What would
Stereotypes,
you?
I would say that he should change his mindset because he's limiting his son to endless
Potential.
possibilities and potential. You never know where that fuel in him might go if you help him orchestrate it properly. But if you just like tell him that this isn't for you because of the type of person you are or your gender, it might come back to haunt his son. You know, he might end up doing something that he really doesn't want to do and be miserable working the next 30 years.
Exactly.
So I would want to tell the fathers to tell their children, find your passion, find what you like to do, and then figure out a way to make money off of it.
Exactly, because it may not be that exact thing, but under that umbrella.
Yeah.
So maybe cooking, he might decide to do a tomato sauce and brand it, and then it's some big marketing thing from the tomatoes and
Elma's
things.
juice.
Yes.
Juice.
Now I have a question I have to ask you because I get this a lot. Genetically modified things. What does that mean? And is that something we should be alerted to?
I would think you want to be alerted to it because some produce, some meats and stuff like that, poultry, they have certain like antibiotics put in them or even steroids put in them to help them grow. So a lot of those things might not be good for our body or probably aren't good for our body. So I would say to try to buy organic products as much as you can. Even though that's kind of funny too, because more expensive, and you might have an organic farm of fruits and vegetables being grown next to a farm that isn't organic, but because their stuff is both under the ground, they might still, the chemicals still might. So it's kind of like the organic thing is kind of like funny too, but. We're moving in a great direction.
Do you think legislation should be passed that everything genetically modified should be announced to us on a package in a store?
Absolutely. It should be in our nutritional facts, just like everything else. I would like
that's
that.
not going to happen.
Exactly.
That's not going to happen.
I would like that.
Too much big money behind it, and government included. So,
but what I would say is that I have been meeting a lot of black farmers and stuff like that. So my next thing is just to learn how to actually grow my own fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. And I will want to encourage all of our people to try to learn the same
And
thing.
isn't that a name for that when it's in a restaurant? Is that something to table? Farm to table. Is that what that's called? Okay. Okay. And that would be possible, you think, in Harlem?
Of course, it'll be possible. I did the Black Farmers Conference maybe 2 months ago, and they they hired me for catering to sell some of my drinks and stuff like that. Wow. And this was black farmers from all over the country.
Wow, where was that?
It was down, I forgot what school it was, down on 14th Street.
Here in New York?
It was here in New York.
And where were most of their farms located? Upstate or all over?
Oh, I met people from California.
Really?
I met people from Boston, New Orleans, Dallas. Like, it was just incredible. Black folks from all over.
Shut up!
And they were all on the same type of time of basically us growing our own products.
That would have been a great documentary.
And connecting.
Really was.
That and then listening to them and then going to their farms, Veronica?
Are they still struggling and having the issues as far as the land is concerned and the, just government subsidies, I guess?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that, with anything that black folks do, they try to throw certain rules on it to slow us down.
Slow us down.
But a lot of these farmers have land that has been passed down from generation to generation. So they own the land and stuff, and they've been fighting off the powers that be, so they pretty much know what's going on. But that's why they have these conferences. So if there's any new laws coming up, any new regulations that's coming up, people can be informed, so they know how to attack it and how to play off of it. Right. So that's what I feel like our people need to be aware. We need to be informed, and that's one of the most important things in life right now for us as black folks.
Well, I will
say
this as far as farming goes. Maybe about 10 years ago, I'm from Detroit, and my mother was a part of a lot of Detroit. She was a part of a lot of organizations. I wrote a grant for her for Green of Detroit for a community farm. My nieces and my sister has a huge farm on the side of her house, and they do community grants in the summertime to offer to high school kids or come help out in the garden.
Right.
But they said 10 years ago that, and this wasn't talking to black people, it was just in general, that there's going to be a shortage of food, and it's better to start learning to grow your own food, because of how expensive food is going to become. For one, the climate change is happening, so that's going to affect the prices of food.
Right.
And if you can grow your own food locally in your own background, then you don't have to be susceptible to starving or paying high prices. And what's happening in Detroit is, there was this huge push years ago to do urban farming, and not a lot of us acquired a lot of that land to do urban farming.
Right.
So now, if you drive around the city of Detroit, there's all these corporate farms, where at first it was urban farming, for the community, but it wasn't us building those farms.
Right.
So now they've gone corporate. Now they're selling to Whole Foods. They're selling to, the restaurants that they're opening up in downtown Detroit, which is changing drastically. And
How large would, say, one of these farms be? I'm trying to get a visual. A city block,
so we
bigger,
can
much
say
bigger?
it's a city block. A lot.
A lot.
Like
Okay.
next to,
Yeah.
like my
Okay.
sister's farm is next
Okay.
to her house. So it's
Okay.
like literally, it was a house that was there when we was younger that was tore down. So it was like that whole lot, and like city blocks, half of city blocks. You have to remember.
But would
Detroit.
African Americans have to have bought the land for them to do the urban
Not all
farm?
of them though. Not all of them, because what happened is a lot of people when they opened up the doors, a lot of people came in, a lot of foreigners, people from Australia, the UK, everywhere else. Across the USA, they came in and they, because the homes were vacant, the land was vacant, they just came up, set up shop, started planting, and started opening up community gardens. That's how they started, as community gardens, get the community involved. And then, you can go in, you can pick your greens, pick your tomatoes.
But who
then,
owns the land?
It's a whole lot of
Okay.
bureaucracy.
Okay.
But, because they occupied the land, so some people were able to acquire the land. via
Almost like
through-
a squatter's
like
right.
through
I'm
tax-
here, I'm on it, I've been
That-
here for this long, then it's mine.
But they've
Then
been
it's-
Give it to me for a
snatching
reasonable
these,
Then they
price.
would do like the
Exactly.
tax auctions. They would
Got it.
acquire it
Got
like
it.
that. So
Got
there's
it.
a lot of different ways that people was able to get in.
Got it.
And acquire free land in the 2000s.
But
Wow.
I think
Which
it
is funny, right?
really is a powerful thing if you're able to. Everybody eats.
Yeah.
If you're able
Dying
to
and
feed
eating.
yourself, yes, yes.
Those businesses grow. Hey.
Funeral business.
Act brand new next year. When I'm doing makeup, of course. Act brand new. We never had this conversation.
No,
said
no.
nothing. I don't
But one of the
judge. It's all
unfortunate
right.
things, like here in New York City, they say that 1 out of 5 children are hungry.
Oh no.
In the soup kitchens, they're losing food, the donations or whatever. They're doing this, they're rescuing food from different restaurants that literally throws them out in the back. So it's like, what would you say, or how do you say to a family, maybe a family of 3, like our homes now are no longer nuclear families, it's mother and, children. To feed themselves without, if they don't have the right income sources or whatever to do it. How can we do that? How can we eat on a budget?
Healthy. I'm going to add healthy because I know you can get chicken wings for $3.75
Is that
from
healthy?
the Chinese.
No.
No, it's
Well,
not.
well,
But
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. On every
But it got
corner we
protein
can
in it.
get. You know what? I'll punch you in the
I don't
neck.
eat the chicken, no, not
Punch you in the neck with a big ring on.
I push.
Okay.
But how do
eat
we do
healthy
that?
on a
Eat
budget.
healthy.
Eat healthy on a budget. It's kind of tough, but sometimes you just want to look for sales and stuff like that, and just make sure that you're buying the freshest stuff when you're looking for sales. Because sometimes they put stuff on sale
Because it's
about
not
to-
fresh.
Yeah, it's not fresh.
Right.
But you want to do that. Also, you might want to go to like one of the pantries in the neighborhood.
Yeah, they
They
have-
give out a lot of good
Right.
fruits and vegetables for free and stuff like that. And also, you could come to Elma's because if I don't sell out, I give away my food at the end of the night. So, like, I do a lot of that.
Now you're gonna have everybody knocking on your door.
Come on through. It's all right.
I got
That's
the
what I'm
disguise
here
I
for.
had on
Need
for Halloween.
But see, the funny thing is that you gotta have the right heart. Food
Crazy.
is, I remember. No, I'm not gonna tell that story. But anyway, food is the most important thing for us. And if you can feed, like my father, at the very least, I can feed you. I may not be able to give you everything, but I can feed you.
Well, I
You
take
go
an
to
energy
certain-
bar with me everywhere I go in my backpack, and I'll be more than happy when someone's coming through saying, you got money? I'm never without an energy bar
Yes.
in my backpack that I will hand to somebody. Because again, I'm not going to give you money. I can't feed my own addiction.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Stuart Weissman waiting on me right now for them $700 boots.
She's good.
But you know, I can't feed my own addiction. I got issues, okay? But I can feed you. You're absolutely right.
Give us
I'll
a
share
simple
that.
meal, a very simple meal that anyone can make quick, and or maybe
Okay, a simple meal.
very simple. 5 minutes. What can I cook?
5 minutes.
Okay,
Wow.
10.
10 minutes. Okay. Well, I would say if you do shrimp, you could you got a little oil, get you a little $10 bag of shrimp, throw it out, get you a little oil, pan fry that. And if you like a salad, get you a nice like some spinach or something like that, some spinach leaves, boom. Throw that on top of there, some salad dressing. And then maybe you could top that with, let's see what I would put on it. I don't even know. Shrimp and salad right there.
That's right
good
there.
enough right
That's
there.
right
yeah,
there,
that'll
yeah.
take you 5 minutes.
But back
That's
to
nothing.
the gardens, I think that like spinach is one of the easiest things to grow too,
Exactly.
right?
You
And
see
can
what I'm
grow
saying?
that
You can
in
toss
your
it with
home, in
oil
your
and vinegar,
windowsill.
and then
Oh, I can do so much. I love.
Exactly.
She'll tell you,
Season
I
it up.
love spinach. I saute spinach and do it on a bed of seafood.
Exactly.
I do
Exactly.
scallions,
she
garlic,
eats like
butter.
a little, she can cook amazing, but I've seen Lou take a leaf of
A big lettuce leaf.
and
The,
put
the
some,
Caesar salad. What's the name of that?
romaine.
and she
Romaine.
rolls it up with the
I don't eat
cheese or the
bread.
vegetable, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't eat bread.
She eats a
I'll
couple
do
of
it
them, and
with
she's
cheese.
good.
I'll do it with smoked turkey. I'll squeeze some
Yes.
mustard in there.
I think you
and
the chef.
a
I'm not the chef.
scallion,
You the
green
chef.
chef, and a scallion leaf, and I'll do 5 of them. I don't do bread.
Okay. That's great. Yeah, because you know shrimp, it doesn't take any time for it to cook.
No, that's right.
So you can throw that together 5-10 minutes and be happy.
Right.
I want, and this will be really quick. A while back when I was trying to decide what to do after modeling, because I did love to cook, I tried to invest in a restaurant. God did look after me because it ended up being a crook.
Okay.
Thank God he didn't take my money.
Okay.
No, thank God. Really, you need to thank God that
Thank
you
God.
didn't take my money. Anyway, I auditioned to be a private chef.
Okay.
I looked in a New York Times, and this wealthy couple wanted a chef. You were going to live in, and they only wanted small breakfasts and 3 dinners a night. That's all. And I went, I said, no makeup. I put on like some khakis and a shirt. And I went down, made an appointment, opened the door, and the woman looked at me and said, my husband put you up to this. I said, no, ma'am. I came for the chef job. She said, get out of here. I came and she go, and this is what she said. So look in my cabinet. Whatever you find, make me a meal. And I went, okay. So I found some angel hair pasta, some chicken broth, scallions, garlic. So I made a whole little base, put the angel hair in there, made a wonderful little salad. Then I saw some arugula. I saw, again, fresh garlic and olive oil. I crushed it, made a baby arugula salad on the side. And she sat there and ate it, and she said, do you want a glass of wine? I said, ma'am, I don't think I should drink. On an interview, she was like, oh, you're not going to get the job. So you might as well get drunk with me. I said, but why? She said, I'm not letting you live in this house with me and my husband. You know, lost your mind. Like that. And her husband came home. Her husband came home, and we cracked up, the 3 of us, just laughing. But anyway,
like, good luck.
I flirted with the idea of I too love to cook.
Food and right,
for sharing.
beautiful woman and food. She can cook. Food is the key to a man's stomach, or how do they say that?
They say something like
To the
that.
man's heart.
They say
Yeah.
something like that.
True. Any cliches? What about women?
Yeah, well, I think.
Women like.
I think you got
Well,
like
we shouldn't assume.
I think you
Do
like
your
to eat.
partners like? Start assuming. We get in trouble that way
I
here.
don't have any complaints.
Okay.
Yeah, they like to
Are
eat.
we looking at a Elma's too?
Yes, we are looking
Yay.
to expand. You know what I mean? That'd be nice. I'm in a public market right now, so I think what I want to do is try to expand Elma's to as many public markets I can out of the city, all
Okay.
around the city rather. And then I know that they have other public markets in other cities. So then that might be my way to expand to other cities as well and keep my overhead not too high.
So is the
like
public
that.
market like a flea market? Is it like a smorgasbord? Is it
Marqueta
just
right
all?
there.
It's kind of like a
All
smorgasbord,
food?
but they
Okay.
have a couple of different vendors in there that sell different food products. Like at my spot, I have a guy that sells like French cuisine. I have another lady that bakes cupcakes and stuff.
Is there shared
yes.
kitchen space?
Yes, there's a
Yes,
shared
okay.
kitchen space like right next building, like the building right next
Okay,
to
okay.
where I'm in. It's a shared kitchen, commercial kitchen.
Right. Well, I think that's really amazing. You know, awesome to be there at the historic La Marqueta.
Right.
That's been there under right there
Under the bridge
Yeah,
thing.
on 116th Street. So for you to be there and preparing meals for the community really speaks volumes as to who you are. Because some people will say, "Well, I'm not going in there."
Right, right.
Who
right.
is your audience and who are you trying to reach? One of the things that I like about you is that your social media game is so on point.
We saw
Thank
your
you.
posting already. Yeah, that you were going to be here today.
did?
Yeah, we
Women's
saw that.
takeover.
I didn't know what
We're
the
gonna take
tag
over
I
your
was-
kitchen
yeah,
though. I can make
Oh,
to go take
Lord.
over my kitchen.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
about
Go ahead. That's right, baby. What you can make.
I don't know.
You know, we at a loss for roads too, but whatever you say,
think I
we
wanna
got your
taste
back.
that
We may not eat it, but we got your back, whatever you say.
Go ahead. Talk about your social media. How are you using that effectively to enhance your business?
Yeah, well, I just try to stay connected with all of my customers, the community, whoever walks through. I try to get a picture with them and just say, you know, can you take a picture with me? And then this is just show the world that I have a bunch of different, you know, types of clients that come by. So I'm really big on that. I'm big on posting all my meals to my social media just so people can see.
But
what,
not the recipes.
Not the
One-
recipes,
There
not
you
the
go.
recipes.
We don't give
Secret
no,
recipes from grandma?
my mama
Secret
will hurt
recipes?
me if I give a recipe.
So Jimmy, how do you determine your menu for the day? Like, is it just based on like, ooh, I feel like some spaghetti today, or
yeah,
do
pretty
you
much.
map it out?
It all depends on like the day of the week.
Okay.
I know Fridays I want to sell fish because it's gonna sell like crazy. You know, salmon and some shrimps and stuff. Thursdays I do like a turkey because Turkey Thursday, so I do like a turkey lasagna. Actually, my turkey lasagna was just featured on the hit show God Friended Me on NBC.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah, I watch
everybody
that show
watch-
sometimes.
For real? I gotta start
Like
watching it now.
sometimes.
Now I gotta start watching it. So they shouted me out, and well, my turkey lasagna specifically.
dope.
So I do that Thursdays. The Wednesdays I do my Rasta Pasta, and Tuesdays I do like a hearty meal that'll attract people in, because Tuesdays is kind of slow. So I try to do like a mac and cheese or something like that.
Okay.
So like today I did a creamy mashed potatoes with a roast beef smothered in gravy.
Wow.
And
What
a
are we supposed to
garlic
have
spinach.
samples here other than this juice?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Was that
You-
my
you know
outside
what?
voice?
We're gonna bring our
know what I'm
camera
gonna
do?
there,
I said that
and we're
in
gonna
my
go to
head.
his
You know what I'm
study.
gonna do? I feel so bad, so I'm gonna have to just pop up on y'all and bring y'all some free meals.
Or
Right.
we will all come one night as
We'll
your
come,
guests.
Okay.
right,
And we'll do
come.
a lot of social
After
media and
the
have
show.
fun. I want to feel
For
the
real?
social vibe.
All right.
Is it a dine-in? It is a dine-in?
Yes,
Okay.
you can
Okay.
eat in, sit
never been
in.
to that
You
market.
can eat in, sit in if you want to. But yeah, that's what's
And
going on.
Veronica would never say it, and I may be stepping over a boundary. I apologize now, my sister, if I am. But maybe during the People's Film Festival, when we have catering, maybe we could have just one dish of something of yours.
Okay.
Yeah, with a card so people can sample it, because it's a big whodunit, your film festival that I volunteer.
Okay.
That I volunteer
She is
at.
our
So
host every year.
maybe we can
Amazing.
have just one dish there. If not, I'm not telling you to do the whole thing, but maybe that's an idea,
That would be
Veronica.
awesome.
I mean, I would love that. I mean, I'll bring as many dishes as you want. I mean, my thing is, for this year, I want to land as many catering jobs as I can.
Wow.
And get, especially if they're contracted catering jobs.
Yes.
Well, we're going to have to test your food before we write a contract and pay you, because we kind of like the mafia.
That's easy.
Okay, but you know, we're going to let you prove yourself. See, some places don't let you prove yourself. We're going to, give you that one, and then, we talk business the next year. But
sounds
yeah,
good.
rock us, you know, and the people in charge get a little fish on the side. Everybody else is Rasta Pasta. Don't even be asking. Don't ask when you come, okay?
that.
There we go. So
Right.
that may be something we have to do, Veronica.
But that would be awesome. That would really be awesome to have you there, especially with your juices and everything.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember
with the
one year we
juices.
had someone that had juices. You remember?
Yes, and
people
our
were
opening
leaving
night
with
is at Magic
cases.
Johnson
It was
Theater.
unbelievable.
It's a big
Okay.
night. Yeah.
So you have a cleanse
Yes.
that you've created. Talk about that cleanse and the effectiveness of it. What are we just cleansing, or we're weight loss, or is it all a combination?
Yeah, it's a combination of both. Right now I'm doing 2 packages. I'm doing like a 7-day juice cleanse, and then I'm doing a stronger package, which I'm calling a 7-day detox.
Wow.
And do they have to come in to get it, or they buy the whole 7-day thing
Yeah.
at one time, so they don't have to come in?
Yeah, pretty much. You can just hit me up like a day before, Jimmy, I want the 7-day, and I'll have everything ready for you the next day for
Oh.
pickup. You can just come and pick it up. The detox program, you'll get like 3 24-ounce juices for the day, for each day of the 7 days, and you'll also get 2 wellness shots. So by the end of the 7 days, you should really feel like a new person.
But are you
Really?
eating things at the same time, or you can't eat smothered pork chops and ham hock and neck bone
You don't-
with some side order pig feet
you
and
don't-
still
And a
do well?
wellness shot.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't suggest it. I would suggest if you're doing my cleanse, then do like a meal replacement of like, salads, a bunch of salads, some grilled chicken.
Okay, but you are eating. You're not telling people to starve while they do
But they
this.
can if they want to,
But
right?
you can starve if you want to, but it's all about your preference and where your body is and stuff like that, because
Right, right.
everybody's different.
So when we're detoxing, what are we doing? We're releasing toxins. What's happening with
You're releasing toxins. You're releasing. You're just cleaning your digestive system. You're boosting your immune system. I have a bunch of vegetables and just roots that I put into the detox program that boost your energy. So for men, it'll clean out your prostate.
Wow.
For women, it'll boost your libido and stuff like that. So
Hey.
Whoa, wait a minute.
So,
Hey.
we just looking
That's
out for the
right. You
people.
heard it here
We
first.
A
looking out for the
libido
people.
boost. What? Who? What? No.
Tell us more about that. Expand.
Who's that?
What? Do you sell that all day?
You know,
Is that a
of
7-day a week? Because you do
Of
different
course.
menus. I'm just saying. I don't want to
course.
come on the wrong
No.
day.
Yeah. On top of that, I have roots from Africa and China that are, sexual enhancement drinks as well, and those are all natural roots, like I said. And people go crazy for those too. So if you
Let's be sure, with that note,
Friday
you are
night,
on
Saturday
116 in Park,
115 from Park.
115th in Park,
Yeah.
and your hours are?
Mondays I'm closed, Tuesdays and Wednesdays 11 to 6, Thursdays through Saturday 11 to 7, and Sundays 11 to 5.
Oh, so 7 days a week.
6 days.
I'm 6
The
days a
only day
week.
I'm not open is Monday.
It's
So don't
Monday.
come
You
on
you
Monday.
get to rest.
Yeah,
You
a
get
little
to
bit.
rest
I
a
don't
day,
really
yes.
rest. I don't
And if
really
people
rest,
wanted
but-
to follow you,
If you want to follow me, you can follow me at Elma's in Harlem, ELMASIN Harlem, HARLEM, or on Facebook, the same thing, Elma's in Harlem. All right? Yeah.
wow, we are so excited.
Are you the only chef? You're doing all of the cooking mostly?
Yeah, I'm doing all of the cooking.
Oh, my goodness.
My mother, she actually started helping me out a few weeks ago again, but all 2019 I was cooking myself.
And you learned that from, you said your grandmom or your mom when you
Yeah.
was making those meals for the...
Basically, yeah, both of
was
them.
she-
Like, yeah, my granny, and just my mother. My mother was big on, cooking for neighbors and stuff like that. And
Because
just
that's
hanging
an
out with
art
folks.
to
And I
cook
hear there's
large
one other
amounts
thing
of
I was
food.
supposed to
Yeah.
ask you about.
that?
That you supposedly say you have healthy cookies.
Yes, yes.
Healthy
Really?
cookies.
Yeah, well, I have served my oatmeal cookies in the past, oatmeal raisin, chocolate chip, and these are all cookies made from scratch.
Yeah, you could have brought some cookies, my brother. I understand we can't have no oxtails because we don't have to warm up. But this table big enough for some cookies. I'm just, is that my outside voice
slipping.
again?
I'm slipping.
That's all right.
I
That's
slipped
all right.
today.
That's
I
all
really
right.
did. I really did. I apologize.
And the catering, how far in advance do people have to let you know for catering, things of that nature?
I would say maybe like 4 or 5 days in advance.
Wow. Okay.
And I could get it done for you. Most people hit me up like a week before, though, you know. But yeah, I could get it done.
Are you busier during certain holidays, like Christmas or Thanksgiving? Do people?
Yeah, I would say as far as catering goes, I'm more busy around the holiday times and stuff like that. And the shop kind of slows up and stuff like that. So it's good that I get business outside of the shop during the holidays.
Okay.
Because a lot of people buying presents, cooking
Out
their
shopping.
own food and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I make my coin any way I can.
All right.
So you mentioned earlier, because I know we're running out of time, but you mentioned you have a Caribbean cuisine versus an African American, I guess. Talk about those two. Well, you did say, is that your favorite
Fusion.
dish?
Yeah. Is that
the
my-
Rasta Pasta, is that?
My favorite dish? I don't know. I like, what do I really like? Honestly, I like that mashed potatoes and roast beef that I made today, because I don't make it often, and you can't really buy that too many places. And when you do go to buy roast beef, it's not too good.
No, it'll be dried out,
Yeah,
or
but
it's
this-
raw
but
inside,
my-
or the
but-
gravy is watery.
But mine's is just like your mother made it. So
Okay, so it's more Southern influence then, would you say, the roast beef?
the roast beef, yeah.
Okay.
Depending on what dish it is, it'll determine if it's more so influenced by my African American side or my Trinidadian side.
Right.
Okay, I want to hit on something that's very important in our communities. So many of our people are suffering from illnesses like diabetes and high blood pressure and things of that nature. How do you eat out or even make meals at home, but more important, eat out? How do you make those conscious decisions when I go to a restaurant? Let me be aware that I have diabetes. Like when you come to your kind of place, is that just making sure it's a fish? Do you ask for less salt in something? Do you ask if it's sugared with, cane sugar? How do you stay on top of that?
Yeah, you just want to know what, first you want to speak to your doctor and see what you should be intaking and
What you shouldn't.
what's helpful for you and what's not. But you really want to stay away from like the white sugar. You want to stay away from like a lot of salt and stuff like that, fried food and stuff like that. So these are all things that you can pretty much watch when you go out. And that's
But can you order a fish and say, can I have less seasoning on it?
At my shop?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, at my shop. Yeah. But my thing is, I try not to over season anything, and I try not to make anything too spicy too.
Yeah,
So it's
ooh.
all about like the flavor. If you want anything to be more salty, I have salt that you can shake on it. If you want anything to be more spicy, I have spices that you could put on it. But I just try to keep my food very just healthier than the other options that you might be able to get around my shop. I try to be very conscious with that. So.
We are so happy you made it here.
Yes.
I'm glad I made it
You
too.
guys talk
We'll
amongst
all take
yourself.
another one.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's really
No,
not
she
enough.
told us to talk. So,
It really isn't enough. My
She grabbed the
sister,
juice,
give me a cup.
and that was the end of that. But this is really, really, really awesome, and I really am so, honored that you come here. One of the things about you is that you are always respond to us, always kind. And so when I said, oh, you need to come on the show, Women's Takeover, we need to talk about this, he says, oh, yeah, sure, I'll be there.
Yep.
I didn't think you would.
Nah.
But you're that social person.
I'm coming. If I say
And
I'm
I
going to
was
do something,
right.
I'm going to do it. I do my best to keep my word. If I didn't keep my word, it's probably because I just forgot. I'm doing so much. But it'll pop up 3 weeks later, like, oh, snap, I forgot to do that. And I'll get it done,
That's your own personal work ethic. That's who you are. That's how you were raised.
On that note, let's talk about looking in that camera. Someone, if they were to say, Man, I can't open my own business. That's just a dream. You can't open a business in New York. Talk to them about maybe starting small, knowing your passion. When you love it, you're not going to work. And other things you would say, the hustle, the grind, the being there yourself, not letting somebody else sign checks. But what would you say to people who say they couldn't open their own anything?
I would say that if you feel like that, then you need to do a complete 180. Look at yourself in the mirror. Don't listen to anybody else. I'm telling you, you can do it if you believe in yourself. But if you feel like you can't, then maybe you should.
Then you
should go get a job.
Then you won't.
Just come work for somebody that can.
Hello.
But
not everybody should be a boss.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, but for the people that it is for, it's very rewarding. It's a lot of hard work, but you do get to make your own hours. You do get to control how much money you make for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year. There's no limit on the amount of money you can make opposed to having a salary. I don't care if you have a $250,000 salary for the year, it's still a limit on how much you can make. With this, you're on the unlimited side of money, on the unlimited side of time. So it's very rewarding, but you just have to stick in there. You know what I mean?
Through the hard times.
Through the hard time. Egypt wasn't built overnight, and your business won't be built overnight, you know? And as far as starting a business in New York, it might be hard to get an actual storefront or whatever, but a lot of things you can do out your house. I know for sure I could run Elma's out of my apartment if I wanted to. You know what I mean? If I really had to. I don't really need a store to do it. You know what I mean? So it's all about your mindset and where you want to go in life. Skies isn't even the limit.
Look at you. We might have you come back if you bring some food.
I'll bring some food
Oh,
for
I'm
sure.
sorry. I'm working on the inside-outside voice
food.
thing. I'm not really good at it. Our time is just about up. We would love to have you come back.
I'd love to do
Perhaps
that.
when the weather is warmer.
Okay. All right.
We would love that. We will tell you though, please, if you're visiting Harlem or you have friends and family visiting, you want something healthy, you must go to Elma's. Now, remember there are other restaurants in Harlem with women's names. We won't mention because we don't want to confuse you, but it's Elma's. Turn sideways. It's Elma's.
Elma's.
Okay?
Elma's. Here we go.
That's where you want to go. If you do nothing but buy this juice, oh my gosh. And I don't like, she will tell you, I don't like anything. I only drink water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I only drink water. I know, but I eat a lot of fruit.
Okay.
I eat a lot of
You
fruit.
look
So this
wonderful. Your
tastes
skin is glowing.
just like I'm eating this fruit. That's what I like about
And
it.
that's what I wanted. Thank you. That's
I love it. What a great way, ladies, to start 2020.
That's right.
Absolutely. Is there any closing words before we have less than a minute?
Submissions are still open at the People's Film Festival. Go online and check that out.
Please.
Also, Public Media Awards for producers, independent producers, public access, and cable access. Check that out as well. And that's free.
Narray?
All right, just signing off and say we're going into February, and so have a great Black History Month.
Yes, we will be back in March. Please do join us. Please remain staying loyal to Nat, because without him, there would be no Takeover Tuesday Women. Wait till you see our next guest. We already have her lined up. We are expecting bigger and better things next year. Thank you, Nat, for letting us take over. This has been Takeover Tuesday.
Peace.
Yay, Elma's People Film Festival.
Yes.
Peace and love.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
We get one
Right.
juice.
You see that? No.
I love when you have juice when you can taste
Real
the
fruit.
part of right, because I think they have this aloe juice and you can get the little
Oh, yeah.
bits. Love that.